Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. If you guys are new here, my name is Brandy. I do everything bookish, and today we are starting a new bookish vlog. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing in this vlog. As of today, I was just like, let's do a bookish vlog because I'm reading a lot of books. I'm currently reading 4 books. One I'm already recording a video for, and you guys probably have already seen the video for it because it's gonna come out before this one, so I'm not gonna mention it. I'm still doing my reread of Becoming by Michelle Obama. I'm pretty much doing like a chapter a day, so it's not a rushed read, but I am behind a couple of chapters because I'm trying to mimic the chapters with each day for my fitness challenge that I'm doing. So yeah, I do need to read a couple of chapters from this book. If you guys hadn't read Becoming, I feel like it's perfect to read it. It's really good. This is one of the books that I have not read via audio. The first time I read this one, I just read it physically, and it was just really good. And usually I like to read like memoirs, nonfiction books via audiobook because I retain the information better. But I think this is just perfect. It's perfect. I'm also reading an arc, and I think I mentioned this arc in another video, but I didn't go into detail about it because that's it. It's called Running No More by J.T. Dupuy. I think that's how they pronounce their name. I'm actually reading this book for a book tour. So it's a book tour that I'm doing, and this is the book that I'm doing it. So if you don't know what that's weird. Why do I have this book here? So if you don't know what a book tour is, it's basically you're on a team of ARC readers, advanced reader copy readers, and after the release date of the author's book, they assign each ARC reader for a date to post and review about the book, about the ARC. So instead of like if you typically request ARCs from NetGalley and then you should just read it and review it whenever you're finished, this one has kind of like a time limit. Now, I know people don't like time frames and time limits on rating, reading, and reviewing ARCs, but this one was a long time. Like I think they gave us almost 2 months because I don't have to post my book tour stop post until the 19th, and I've been having this e-arc since the beginning of January, so I think it's kind of fair. But the book tours, they just do it like that because the purpose of the book tour is to have continuous promotion for the book after the release day, because and you kind of just have control over when the posts are going out. So it's like a group of, I think it's like 20 of us that was all on the email, and a group of people, like 4 or 5 people, have a specific date that they have to post their review. So I think that's pretty cool. This is my first time doing it, and I think that's the gist of the book tour, like a time frame specifically for the promotion of the book, and it's typically after the book has released so that they can have continuous promotion about the book and get other people to read it. So this one is pretty good. It is a queer romance novel, and both characters are male, and we have Ade and Stefan. Both of them are running from something that happened in their past, and in the midst of them running from something that happened in their past, they meet each other. Now, they both left their hometowns and met in a new place, and they both just have a past, that something that happened in their past that kind of forced them to move to another country. And so they are trying to date one another, and their past is impacting how they move in a relationship and how they want to move in a relationship, because they're both queer. And so where they are from, and I think it's like London or England, I can't remember, but where they from, it is illegal for them to be gay. So with that, just keep in mind, like, something bad had to happen to the both of them, because where at least where Ade is from, it is illegal to be gay. And so something tragic happened to him, and his family kind of encouraged him to move because they didn't want him to be continuously attacked for the way he decides to live his life. So it is very good. It has spice. The spice level so far has been like maybe a 2.5, 3. It's like not a lot, because it's like a build up. Like each time they was trying to do something would stop them. Like somebody be at the door, or they didn't have protection or something like that. So it's really good. I am 58% in. The goal is to get this book finished this week, because I want to have my mental capacity ready to post my book tour post. Because when it comes to posting book reviews, because I don't know if you guys follow me on Bookstagram, but I post almost a book review for every single book that I read, except for DNFs. And then I'm trying to think, some books, majority of the books, because I know, like, I read Demon's Dream at the end of 2024, and I didn't post a review about it for no particular reason. I just didn't post a review about it. But for the most part, I post my reviews over on Bookstagram, and Bookstagram typically gets my book reviews for the books before you guys do. However, you guys get my star ratings, and Bookstagram don't get the star rating at all. So what I like to do is kind of have, like, for ARCs, I like to have my book read before the release date, just to give me time to sit on the book and kind of think about what I want to say in a review, because sometimes my thoughts, I can't put them into words. So I've been needing time, and then you got to take pictures, and you got to create a post, and it's really a lot when you think about it, especially when you are a book reviewer. So when you are just posting like book reviews just to post book reviews, you can kind of do it however you want to do it, but sometimes the authors and the publishers have specific things that they want you to incorporate into your book reviews. So it does take time to sit and compose, create your book reviews for Bookstagram. So yeah, that's what I'm reading. I'm also doing a audiobook that I started last night, and it's called Let Me Hold You. I think it's by Alexandria House, and it's book number 1 of a series, which I'm kind of upset about, because I am reading this book because I am going to try to join an in-person book club here in my city. A young lady had posted that she started an in-person book club that meets every 6 weeks, and she posted like the link to her book club, and she uses an app. I forget what it's called. I'll put a picture of it here so you guys can see it, but she uses an app, and she literally scheduled each book and each book club meeting for the entire year, which I like, because as a mom, I can kind of schedule and know ahead of time, like, okay, this is when a book club meeting is, this is what the book is, and then I can kind of see which books I want to read and which ones I don't want to read. I heard a lot of great things about Hold You Down by Alexandria House. I think that's who it's by, if I'm not mistaken. And y'all, it's good. I think I'm about 3-4 hours in. I know the audiobook was like 11 hours. I don't know exactly the percentage that I'm in, but we have 2 main characters. One name is Joe, the other one name is Everett, aka Big Show. He is a rapper, And Joe just recently got out. Well, not recently, but she is a divorced single mom, and she went through a terrible divorce, and she is trying to get back out there in the dating scene. And she works for a jeweler who had to deliver some new jewelry to this rapper or whatever. And she don't really like rappers. Like, rappers is not her thing. And when she gets there and she see the kind of atmosphere he is running, she like, oh heck no. She tossed him his jewelry, and he started feeling her immediately. Like, when he seen her, he was like, oh yeah, I gotta have her. So and the story is moving kind of quick, because he was literally trying to figure out how to get to her, like meet her in person, talk to her, start dating her and stuff like that. He is recently divorced, and he does have a child. So it's single mom, single dad, rapper, and she just worked like a typical 9 to 5 for a jeweler. So I'm kind of excited about it because the story is good. She has a best friend named Bridget that is funny as hell. Like, everybody need a best friend named Bridget, or a best friend like Bridget, who encourages you to get out there and date and just do the thing, okay? Because you are grown, and if you are single, you should not be sitting at the house twiddling your thumbs, okay? So she is funny. I think she's gonna be funny throughout the entire book. Alexandria House is a really good author. I think I've read a couple of books by her. I can't think of the names off the top of my head, but I've dibbled and dabbled into her catalog before. So she is not new to me, and I'm so happy to be back. I'm just upset that this is one book of a series, and I didn't want to buy the book because I wasn't sure if I was even gonna like the series. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to stop doing in 2025, just going to buy book number 1 to a series that I hadn't even read yet. And so I plan to like use the Libby app or borrow it from the library. I was really hoping that can be my library book checkout for this month, but my library didn't have it. And I have a list of books that I want to check out from the library. So later on today, I'm actually going to call my library and get them to put some books on hold, because I can get them to actually send the books to my local branch that's by my house. That way I could just pick them up later this week or whatever. So I have a list of books that I want to check out, because I said I was going to check out books this year from the library, and I didn't check out any last month. And I have like 2 or 3 that I want to check out this month. And yeah, so that's the update for now. What I'm reading, what I'm doing. I'm finna finish my breakfast so I can get these kids out the door, do daycare and school drop off, and then I'm about to head to work. I plan to get some of my Michelle Obama book read today while I'm at work, and then I plan to read some more of Running No More from my Kindle on my lunch break. And I'm actually buddy reading it as well. About 50% in, somebody that I follow on Instagram was like, she's reading the book too, and she asked, can we like buddy read it or whatever. And so I had paused on a book to start something else because she needed to catch up to me, and now she's finally caught up, and she says she'd be able to start reading today. So yeah, it's actually a buddy read, so that's even more fun. And the conversation has been good, and it's no pressure. So yeah, I am about to finish this breakfast and get out of here, and I'll see y'all in the next clip. I am back from work, and I got 2 things. I got reading updates, and I got book of the month mail. So, reading update. I read a chapter of Becoming today. I read that on my lunch break, and it was chapter 6, if I'm not mistaken. And we were basically reading, or I was reading about when Michelle started her gap year at the university. and they did like a summer gap year where basically like summer school for the freshmen, where they can come in and, you know, get used to the campus, right? Live in a dorm, get used to what the campus look like, what a syllabus is going to look like in college, what the school map, you know, how everything is, where everything is, what the lunches taste like, and, you know, just getting a feel of the college without the typical capacity of students there, without everybody there, right? So I thought that was pretty cool, that she had the opportunity to do that. It wasn't necessarily summer school. They treated it like, I don't know. She said it was something like gap year or something or whatever. But I thought that was pretty cool. I got to read about her experience of having dorm roommates, and she had a dorm mate whose mom was furious when she found out her daughter was rooming with a Black girl. Okay, her mom must have yanked her up out of that dorm room so fast and was like, no, my daughter's gonna have to have her own separate room. She cannot be rooming. She made it seem like she couldn't be rooming with nobody at all, but really it was she can't be rooming with no Black person. So we got to, I got to read that experience again, which I had totally forgot about. And then we just, you know, she went to college during that time where, what school was it? What? Child, let me not lie to y'all, because I will make up anything. Princeton. It was Princeton. And during that time, it wasn't a lot of, I don't even know if there's any Black people, a lot of Black people there now. Really, if we want to be real. But during that time, I mean, only 9% made up the population of coloreds, and you gonna put everybody in that population. Whoever wasn't white was colored. So yeah, and then she just made up that percentage, and she was talking about how, you know, she felt comfortable befriending and clicking up with other Black people. It wasn't many there, so the ones that were there, she felt more comfortable befriending them, because y'all know how we are. We gotta stick together. Like, we gotta stick together, period. It's only 10 of us, and it's a trillion of them, right? So we gotta stick together. So she just felt more comfortable with being friends of other Black people, which I would have did the same, sis. Either that or I would have just been by myself, to be honest, right, during that time frame. And then, of course, we just get to read about her dad just getting sicker because, you know, he had MS, and he was a very honorary man. Like, he did not want to worry people about his condition. He did not want to worry nobody about his condition. He literally just wanted to make sure his family was okay. He would drive miles to go see his son play sports. He would drive miles to go take Michelle to the school to get her little summer situation started. And, you know, as time went by, you know, he started off just limping, right? And then he started having to use a cane. And then he started having to use a walker. And then she had called them just to check on them, and she asked him how he was doing. And he was like, I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling fine. And they had the opportunity to go see her brother play. He had a game. And that's when she seen her dad in person. And he wasn't doing fine, because when they was getting out the car, they was putting dad in a wheelchair. And, you know, that reminds me of my uncle. My uncle, he was a diabetic, and he wasn't taking care of himself. He ended up having to get his toe amputated, and he lost his eyesight due to being a diabetic. He was a single guy, and he just didn't take care of himself. He lived like a bachelor, but he took care of everybody else. He made sure everybody else was straight, right? His mom, his sisters, his brother, his nieces and his nephews, you know, me. Like, he looked out for me big time. So Michelle's dad just reminded me of my uncle. And yeah, so that's where I am with that. And I need to write in my journal for this. I have the journal, the reflection journal for this, and I do need to write in it because, yeah, I've been reflecting as I read. And so now, y'all know I'm listening to Let Me Love You. I think that's the first one because it's Let Me Love You, Let Me Hold You. It's a whole bunch of them. It's 5, I think, in the series by Alexandria House. And y'all, it's pretty good. Like I said, I'm 58%. I was able to amp up the speed to 2.0. I usually listen at like 1.75, but I felt like the voices was just really, really slow. And what is the guy named Jacoby? I think that's his name, baby. When his voice is on the audio, run it. I love when he do the male voices. One thing I'm learning that I do not like, and I think Kennedy Ryan probably have me spoiled with this, is because, you know, the main male character in this book is a rapper. And so there are scenes where he actually raps. And baby, the narrator can't rap, baby. Nah, get us some real rappers next time, okay? Just get us some real rappers next time. And I think another thing that I don't really get jiggy with is when they mention real celebrities. So like the male main character, Everett, aka Big Show, he's a rapper. And one scene in the book, they're at like an award show, like a BET award show, whatever. And then they're mentioning, yeah, we see J. Cole, we see Beyonce, we see Jay-Z, and Trey Songz just got on the stage. Like, I don't like when we are reading a fictional book about fictional characters, about a fictional rapper, and then the author incorporates real rappers. Like, just give us some fake rappers, fake singers all across the board. Like, just give us that. They already in LA. And I mean, I get it, but it's already fiction. So because it's already fiction, just give us some fictional celebrities, please. Thank you. Do y'all like that? Do y'all like when they incorporate like real celebrities in this type of situation? Like the male main character is a rapper, so they got him like hand in hand pairing up with Jay-Z, J. Cole and them. Like, do y'all like that? I could see if like, what's that book called? I forget the name of that, whatever. But anyway, I don't like it. But anywho, characters. So Everett is moving kind of fast. Like, child, listen, because he took Joe out on a date and he like, listen, I want to be your man. I want to be your nigga. I want to be your everything. I want to do this. I want to do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. And she like, hold your horses. We just went on a date yesterday. And now you talking about doing this, that, and the third. Hold on, you're moving. And personally, I feel like he's moving too fast too. Now, I do get, you know, love at first sight. And when you know, I get that. But let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic here. You just took me out on a date. Give me a chance. And they freaky, child. This book is spicy. But yeah, so they both got some Delulu exes. I'm going to tell you that. Their exes actually are made for one another. Their exes are made for one another. That's how delusional they are. Delusional. Okay? Like, we gonna get back together and I believe we gonna get back together type of delusional. Like, no. No, we divorced for a reason. There's a reason why it happened. You know, divorces ain't easy. So, no. But yeah, they both delusional. I think what I do like is that, I mentioned this already, they both have kids. So, and Everett is a good father. You can tell he's a good father. He's very understanding of Joe being a single mom. And she's very understanding of him being a single dad. So with that, they can understand when sometimes they can't do certain things. Sometimes they can't meet up because they got to do something with their kid. You know, sometimes we might have to go on a breakfast date. I might have to meet you for coffee because I got to pick my baby girl up after school, and you know, I got to keep her routine going because we're dating. So I can't swap up her routine because I'm dating somebody now. So yeah. But it's really good. I think I'll be finished with this book tomorrow because the way I'm listening to it, it's fast paced. Like, not only is the storyline fast paced, the chapters are short. The chapters are really short, so I'm really liking it. I feel like I'm gonna end up wanting to read the rest of the series, but I hate that I stepped into another series because I promised myself that I was not gonna be doing no more series until I'm finished with the ones that I'm in. But some of the ones that I'm in, I actually decided that I don't know if I want to finish them. New year, new me. I don't know. Some of them I do. Like the Magnolia Park series, I definitely want to finish that. Of course, I'm gonna finish the Skyland series. I got some thriller. I got a thriller series I'm in the middle of. I don't think I'm interested anymore. So, you know. But let's open up this book mail so I can see, so y'all can see what I got. It's my book of the month pick. So, now I couldn't wait to see this. Okay. I was waiting to see the bookmark that we got. It's cute. It's pink. And it says, oh, because I'm a friend now, y'all. If y'all know what that means, the status change or whatever. I get to save $5 on every add-on. Ship up to 5 books every month, and choose from member faves in addition to monthly selections. And then it say, we're happy to call you friends. So this is cute. I actually been saving all of my bookmarks and actually using them. But this month I chose Good Dirt by Charmaine Wilkerson. And I'm really excited about this one. I did not read her other novel. And based off the reviews and everything, I didn't need to read her other novel. I mean, if I wanted to know her writing style, I could have, but her other novel has nothing to do with this one. It's not like it was a series or anything like that. They're standalone, so I'm so excited about that. Yeah, so this book has been all over, and I'm not gonna read the synopsis for y'all. Y'all just gonna have to go Google it. But it's so pretty. It's giving like the warm colors. I love it, right? And so I'm gonna have to, and the book is cute too. I'm gonna have to find a spot for it on I might put it right here on my bookshelf with the other orange books, I think. No, because only this will go. Without the sleeve on it, it will look good, but not with this. So, but yeah, it's cute. So super cute. Look at me, y'all, with my 4th book of the month book. I don't know how long I'll be keeping this subscription, but you know, I don't know. As soon as y'all ain't got no black books in the selection, I'm gonna cancel. But yeah, do y'all save y'all boxes? I don't. Don't away, child. I don't need nothing to be adding up. But yeah, that's all I got. I'll see y'all when I got another bookish update. Let me get up in here and decompress, eat some dinner, take a nice little hot shower, and get in some cozy pajamas and chill. Y'all, I'm checking in to let you guys know that I started another book. I finished the other 2 books, and I hadn't even come and tell you guys my thoughts and feelings about the other 2 books, and I'm almost done with this book. I'm on my lunch break at work, and later on when I get home, I'm going to tell you guys my final thoughts about Running No More, The Arc, and what was the other book that I was reading? Oh, Alexandria House book. Yes. When I get home from work, I promise I'm going to come in and tell you guys about that. But I'm on a roll right now, and I don't know. Y'all know how it is when you on a reading roll. You just picking up the books because you in that mood. You in that mode. It's kind of like a speed racer mode. That's how I feel like. But y'all, this book right here is going in my top books for 2025. I already know this book is going to be my favorite book from February. And I think I'm going to have two. But I know this one here because I'm at part 3. This is like 70% in, and I'm already ready to reread this book. And I'm excited because she just announced that she will be in Memphis for her newest release that's coming out in April. She will be here for a book tour. So I'm excited about that. I'm also excited that this book has a setting in Memphis as well. This is my first time reading from this author. I think this is her first book. I don't know. But what I can say is, if it's not already, this needs to be a movie. If it's not already, I want to make sure that was in Netflix. If it's not already, it needs to be a movie because this book is so good. But I have to go clock in for my lunch break. But I just want to tell you guys that we getting some reading done, okay? And when I come back, I'm going to tell you guys all about what I've been reading. I finally got time to sit down and talk to y'all about these books I read. Y'all, I have not written anything in my journal. Nothing. And I think I've read 3 books. I've read Don't Cry For Me by Daniel Black. I read Let Me Love You by Alexandria House. And I read Running No More. No, I've read 4 books. And I have not documented anything. So I'm going to sit here with you guys. We're going to talk about the 2 books I read in this vlog. And document. Y'all, I've been all over the place. It's been a long week. Okay, let's just talk about that. So, the first book that I finished, that I need to come talk to you guys about, was Let Me Love You by Alexandria House. I felt like, y'all, I really loved the book. I loved it a lot. Like, I loved it so much. I added the other 4 books of the series to my Amazon cart because I think those are going to be some books that I want to have physically. As y'all know, I did the first book via audio, and it was a good time. The chapters were short, so it made for a quick read. I think I split it up between 2 work days, and I ate that book up. So we had the female main character, her name was Joe, and we had the male main character, Big Show. He was the rapper. Y'all, their exes were Delulu, and their exes needed to be together. Period, point blank. Okay, the exes, for some reason, in their little brains, thought that they were gonna get them back. Like, they thought that. And I get it. Okay, you in love with these people, you had kids with these people, but the audacity is what I don't get, because the way y'all treated these people when you had them, and then now you want to get up in front of the world and show your behind and act like you finna get your ex back after the foolishness you played with them when you had them? Absolutely not. Y'all, the character development for the main characters was amazing, okay? Because Joe, she felt unsure and kind of like insecure in her relationship, right? Because she just was not sure. She felt like after her previous relationship, she just wasn't enough. And then not only that, now I'm a single mom. So is anybody even going to want me? Like, is anybody even going to want me? Because I already have a child and I just don't know, right? And then she meets Big Show, and Big Show, he like, listen, I know when I want somebody. I know when I want to be with somebody. I ain't got to wait years or months to figure out that this person is for me. That's my person. he jumped into it like, listen, I know we just dating, but I like you and I love you and I want to be with you and this is what I want to do for you and I'm going to do what I want to do for you. And I know I'm moving fast, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling you. And I know when it's right, it's right. Like, he was not playing. Just like the girlies say, Big Show showed you that if I say I will, I would. If I say I do it, I'm gonna do it. If I could, I would. If it, yep. And I said you finna be mine, and I said what I said. So yeah, I loved it. The character development was good. Both of them having kids. I love that aspect of the book because I'm used to just reading, usually when it's just like maybe a single dad dating someone who has no kids, or maybe a single mom dating someone who has no kids. So to finally read a romance novel where both are single parents and they're coming together and they are trying to forget what happened in previous relationships and learn how to love again and learn how to navigate their new normal. I loved it. I loved it. Like, give me some more. So I've already posted my review for that one over on my Bookstagram page. The girls are saying, wait till you get to book number 2. Book number 2, I think, is Let Me Hold You, and is one of the brothers, one of Big Show's brothers. They said, wait till you get to book number 2. Everybody who's read this series says book number 2 is their favorite. So I'm excited to continue the series. Y'all already know, like, if I'm excited to continue the series, it has to be good, and I definitely recommend. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my journal entry for that one. Y'all, when I say I hadn't even did a February spread for my journal. I didn't even, my journal is kind of like still incomplete. Like, wherever I stopped when I was doing it with you guys the last time is literally all I have. So I mean, it's really basic. I have my rating pages. So like where I put my 5 stars, my 4 stars, and my 3 stars. And then I have books that I checked out from the library page. And then I got my anticipated releases, which I need to add some more to that. Then I got series I need to finish. I don't think I'm going to keep up with that page. I think I'm actually going to remove that page out of the journal because I don't think I need that page. Because a lot of the series, I don't even plan to finish. I'm not even interested. Like, I think I'm going to finish the Magnolia Park series, the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. I'm going to go ahead and finish that. I'm going to finish the Inheritance Game series and the Skyland series. Any other series, oh, and of course, it's Alexandria House series. But any other series that I may be in the middle of, if I don't have the physical book for them to finish them, I'm not gonna finish them. Like, I'm just not. But yeah, I got my book purchase page here. I need to add something to that page because I just got Good Dirt. So let me go ahead and add that here because I just purchased that for my book of the month. And, you know, girl math be girl mathing when you do book of the month because, you know, they take the money out and then later you pick out your book. Yeah, I'm kind of scared to read Good Dirt because everybody who's been posting book reviews for Good Dirt has been giving it a 3-star. I've only seen like 1 or 2 people who literally absolutely love the book. But then the people I've seen talk about it has been talking about their initial feelings of the book and not necessarily their overall review for the book. And what I'm picking up is that the beginning of the book is given messy and given lots of tea. And then when the timelines switch, it's starting to become all over the place. So I'm not sure if I want to read it anytime soon while the hype is still out there, and why I'm seeing so many reviews giving it 3 stars and saying it just wasn't good enough. Because if I read it now while everybody is posting their initial reviews, it's gonna make me think about how people are reviewing the book instead of just going into the book with an open mind. And I really want to go into this book with an open mind. I don't want to go into this book with all of the thoughts of people's 3 stars, because 3 stars, I mean, 3 stars is okay, but a lot of people 3 stars be like, it just didn't do it for me. So that's why I'm kind of scared. So I don't know, but I do need to make I do need to color. I need to color my pages for my monthly little layout. I hadn't even thought about how I want to do my layout, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I heard Mara say anything, like, I'm not gonna make this aesthetically pleasing. Like, I just want to make this good enough to track my books in an interactive way other than like Goodreads and Storygraph, right? I don't have to necessarily have to have all of the things that your typical book journal would incorporate, because I created this one myself. I didn't buy it already put together. I'm not gonna stress myself about just making it. I do want to make sure I get some cover pages though, because like all you see is the first review page. So I do want to make sure I get some type of pages put in place. So where's my iPad is right here, because I be forgetting about these books, child. So I'm about to pull up my book review that I already posted. Y'all, let me tell you, I don't even post reviews on Storygraph and Goodreads. I don't. I just put my ratings in there. I really use Storygraph and Goodreads to track how many books I read. I don't really like posting reviews on any of those. And I know when we do arcs that, you know, the authors and the publishers really want you to post your reviews on Goodreads. If I'm doing an arc, I'm going to post my review wherever they request, right? But like my other reviews, I just put my rating and the dates that I read the book, and that's it. Just so that I can track how many books I read. I don't got time for all the other stuff because I do so much. Like, I'm already creating a graphic, creating a graphic for my Instagram post, and typing up my words and my thoughts for my Instagram post. And child, by the time I post it there, I'm tired. I don't got time to be posting it nowhere else. So that's why I like when authors or publishers, they really don't have a set criteria as to where they want you to post. Like, as long as you post a review somewhere, but some people like post it on your Goodreads, your Storygraph, post it on your Amazon, post it on your Instagram. I'm like, baby, I'm gonna talk about it on my booktube channel and I'm gonna put it on my Instagram. That's all I can do for you. That's it. So let's write this down. So the book title was Let Me Love You. And the date started, I need to download Storygraph to my iPad because it's not on here. Date started, date finished. It's on my Storygraph and I'm recording, so I can't pull it up. Author Alexandria House. The genre, I would say contemporary romance. Format, audiobook. Then here I put my star rating, which I'm gonna do that later. And for my thoughts, I basically put the same thing I put on my Instagram book review. And if my review is just too long, because I'm very long-winded on my Instagram post, then I would just shorten it up and do like bullet points, just so that when I'm doing my monthly wrap up with you guys, I I can sum it up and know what I'm talking about. But I think I already mentioned this. The spice, the spice. The spice in this book was so good. And I think I already talked about how I don't like incorporating real rappers into the novel. Like I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Give us some fictional rappers. So watching the two people navigate after being divorced and co-parenting with their exes is something. It's a sight to see. It really is. I thoroughly enjoyed the banter between the two because they joked a lot. And they were able to like joke about serious things too. Her best friend was funny. I love that. The chemistry for the two of them was there from the jump, okay? From the jump. Joe was trying to act hard to get. She was trying to act like... She felt like she was just a normal girl, and for a celebrity to really like her, she was like, are you for real? Like, why you like me? I got a typical 9 to 5. I'm a single mom. I'm recently divorced. I got baby daddy drama. Why you like me? Like, what is it about me that you like? So that was something that we had to really read through in the story, and that's how we were able to kind of see her character develop, because you know her biggest question was, why me? Like, out of everybody in this world, why me? Child, they really was going through some stuff, because said that was her ex-husband. He was just delulu, and he had another wife and a child, and he was still checking for Joe, and just knew he was gonna get Joe back. Like, girl, I don't know. Esther, the ex-wife, I want to turn that lady every which way but loose, because she was doing some dumb, out of the line stuff. Somebody really should have dragged her. Somebody should have dragged her, for real. I don't even know how she lasted that long. And then sometimes his daughter was acting kind of... His daughter was acting like she didn't want him to date anyone. But then sometimes she'll flip and be like, oh my God, I really like her, and I really like her daughter, and you know. But then sometimes, and I think once her mom was getting in her ear, she'd be like, why are you dating her? And I think she's just there for your money. And that's another thing Joe was going through. Because she was your typical girl, she was trying to figure out why me. And then everybody around him was like, she a gold digger. Why her? Why you choosing her? Right? So that was the biggest battle she had to fight during this entire book. And it was really making me mad, especially coming from people that really has nothing to do with this relationship. Like, I can see his daughter being upset, because that's his daughter. She gonna be upset anytime her daddy dates somebody else, right? But like, some of his friends, or some people that was in his space and not necessarily his friends, they was minding business that they shouldn't have been trying to mind. Like, first of all, mind your business. How about that? So yeah, but Big Show was putting people in their place for sure. I highly recommend this book. So right here, it asks me, would you recommend this book? I'm gonna put yes, but I'm putting a different color, because I like to do my star ratings and my I like to add some color to my pages. So I'm gonna use this this color, this blue color is called Blue Jasmine, and they're scented. They smell really good. So yes, I would highly recommend this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here, and now we're gonna review Running No More. I actually need to create my book tour stop post for Running No More as well. Now, Running No More was about two guys. I already told you guys about the synopsis. It was about two guys who were running from their own separate lives. They had some stuff going on in their past that impacted their future. They end up meeting in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. And they end up meeting at a school. They were attending college, and they actually met in passing at the airport or the train station. I can't remember if the airport or the train station. They met in passing. I think one of them bumped into one of them. They dropped their phone. They looked at each other with the little, ooh, you cute eyes. And then they went on about their business. End up running into each other again at university. And they were feeling each other. And like they had started feeling each other since the incident. Like it was like love at first sight with them. But they had never seen each other after that until university. They both enrolled in the same school. And then Stefan's teacher ended up being Ade's sister. So the teacher ended up introducing Stefan to Ade formally, like, you know, they already seen each other, but formally. And then they really just tried to hit it off. They instantly fell into like, y'all. It was quick. And you just get to watch them navigate one being gay and one being bisexual, if I'm not mistaken. And you get to watch them navigate how hard it is to be who you want to be in the country that you live in. Because I think it's in Nigeria, is against the law for them to, you know, like the same sex. They can literally go to prison for it. So it was kind of hard for them to navigate that. And they fell in love and they end up being together, but they were fighting their own demons, and some of which was impacting how they navigated in their relationship with one another. Like one of them needed therapy to get over past trauma. The other one definitely needed therapy because it was so bad that they didn't even want to be touched. So, you know, they would like stiffen up or be afraid to be touched in like a romantic way. So you get to just watch them both navigate and have their own issues, but try to work through those issues so that they can fall in love with one another. And they end up doing it, and it was really good. It took a long time for the spice, okay? And y'all know I'm not a spicy girl, but for somebody who read books specifically for the spice, this book probably would upset you, because I don't think we really got spice until like 80% in. And once we got it, it continued, but it took a while because they kept on running into stuff, right? And whenever we thought they were, again, they were running into something, so they didn't. So if you were looking for spice, I feel like you'll be upset at the fact that it took a while for a spice scene to happen. But if you read the book, you will understand why. So I don't know, it's like 50-50 on that. But during the Valentine's Day season, that was the perfect love story for me. It was so beautiful. Like, it was just beautiful. The banter between the characters was amazing. When I say they loved each other for real, like they loved each other for real. Like they really did. And I just love. Like, I love to see people be their authentic selves, be comfortable in their skin, and because they are authentic and very comfortable and confident in knowing what they want, it feeds into how they love. It's in that other person, they get to get this person at their best selves, and you get to be loved by someone when they are in their best selves. And I just love that. And another thing I loved about this book was, due to the topic at hand, them, you know, liking the same sex, and it being very a traumatic thing for them. Like, they can go to prison for liking the same sex. Their families did not play about them. Their families was the most supportive I've seen in a novel. Like, the families was like, no, we're gonna do this because we don't want you getting into any trouble. We want you to love who you want to love, and we want you to do it, but we want you to do it the right way. And I just loved it. I love the support system. Their friends were supportive. Their family was supportive. The parents were supportive. You know, Stefan took a while to come out to his parents, and they were trying to figure out why. Like, why it took you so long to tell us, son? And he was like, because I was afraid of how you guys would react. And they was like, listen, we just care about you being healthy, doing okay, doing what you're supposed to do, loving who you want to love. Okay, we can't dictate who you love. As long as whoever you with is treating you right, that's all we care about. And I love that. Like, I really love that. But we had some unlikable characters in this book as well, and he just kept popping up and kept pissing me and my book friend off because I buddy read like the last 50% of the book. And yeah, he kept pissing us off, but he kept making an appearance. But the book was really, really good. I don't know if this is the author's first novel, but it was really, really good. By the time you guys see this video, it's already published because it was published on yesterday, but I'm not scheduled to post my review until next week. So yeah, by the time you guys see this, the book would have been published, but my review is not up yet because it's not scheduled to be up yet. But yeah, so that's my final thoughts on that book. I'm about to go ahead and try to get my final thoughts out of my head and onto paper. That way I could fill this out and create my post for the book tour post, because I have not created it yet. I was supposed to get a physical copy for this book, but I did not. So now I have to create some type of graphic to post with my book review. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm about to finish this review and get that post together. And I think that's it for this vlog. I've picked up some more books, but I'll talk about those in another vlog, because when I'm done with this one, I'm starting another one. So I've definitely picked up some more books, and I read, hold on. I forgot I read this one too, Take My Hand. And the reason why I forgot is because I read it in one day. I did immersive reading. So I did both audio and physical. And y'all, what I do is I typically request all of the books a lot of books that are on my TBR, I request them on Libby. That way, when Libby releases the whole, it forces me to go ahead and pick, you know, my books up from my TBR. Now, I did have like a hopefuls for February, but I don't think I'm gonna get to all those books that are on my hopefuls, because I just looked and I got a lot of arcs that I need to read. But I was able to get to this one, and this one was so good. A lot of us are reading this right now. We all had it on our hopefuls or TBR for February. But if you have not read this, this is Take My Hand by Darlene Perkins Valdez. It has two settings to it. Like, it's set back in 1973 in Montgomery, Alabama, but then in present time, it's in Memphis, Tennessee in 2016. So anytime anything is in Memphis, y'all, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna eat it up every single time. And so we have our female main character. Her name is Civil. She is a new nurse at a clinic. The clinic is ran by a white lady back in 1973. Civil takes on patient cases. You know, it's a clinic, so every nurse takes on patient cases. Her cases happen to be an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old, and she is having to administer depot shots to these children. Okay. and the story literally goes up from there. So you get to experience, Sybil has her own situation going on in present time that she's kind of explaining to the reader and her daughter, and then in past she's kind of explaining her experience with administering the birth control. And if you guys know anything about the depot shot, y'all already know that's one of the birth controls that I hear the most negativity about. I have not ever heard anything good about the depot shot. Nothing. And what's so funny is I just did Valentine's Day with my friends, and some way, somehow, we were talking about birth control and we were talking about the depot shot, and one of my friends was talking about her bad experience with it. And the depot shot, you're supposed to go get it like every 3 months. You're supposed to get a shot in your arm, birth control, but the side effects for it is terrible. A lot of people experience weight gain. A lot of people experience their hair falling out, changes in mood, and all of that. And so to be given this, first of all, to be giving this to 11 and 13-year-olds, it kind of punched me in the stomach because my daughter is 13 and I can't see why I would be giving her birth control. Like, what? So we go through her whole experience of having to do that. And y'all, this book was so good. When I say, y'all know I'm not a real tapping girly, but I got so many sticky notes. I got sticky notes for every single thing, just all tabbed up in this book because it was just so freaking good. Like, I ate this book up in one day. It was just so good. And then I tried to start talking to other people about it, as because like I said, other people are reading it too, but I was flying through it, so I just stopped. I'm so excited. I already told you guys she's coming to Memphis, so I cannot wait for her new book to come out. I had already added it to my cart. I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm just gonna wait until it releases to just order it that way, because all of these horror stories about pre-orders, I ain't got time. Y'all already got my coin. Y'all didn't take a long time to get my coin, but y'all want to take a long time to run me my stuff. I ain't got time, so I'm gonna just wait until the book releases, and then I'm gonna buy it and, you know, get her to autograph it and stuff when I go see her in person. This book was so good. I want to read it again, like right now, but I can't because I got other stuff to read. So yes, this book, highly recommend. Okay, I'm gonna just tell y'all, this is a 5-star, and y'all know I don't give my star ratings until the end of the month, but this one was a 5-star read. If you don't read nothing else in February, pick this book up. Even beyond February, add this to your TPR. I'm so excited that I was able to pick this up from the Goodwill bookstore, because this was good. This was good. I'm gonna read it again. I just am. I'm gonna read it again. So I gotta do my review in here for this one as well, and then I gotta create my post for it as well. So yeah, that's the end of this vlog, y'all. I feel like I've talked a lot in this vlog, but I just really want to take you guys with me during the week just to see what I'm reading and stuff like that. I got through, what, 3 books in this vlog? That's pretty good. And, you know, my kids ain't here, so I'm gonna start some other reading. But like I said, I'm gonna start a whole new vlog for that. So I don't know, if y'all read any of these books, let me know your thoughts and your feelings and your opinions without giving spoilers in the comments. I appreciate you guys sticking with me through this video and watching to the end. If you watched it to the end, say hey girl, hey in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, ta-ta.